Okay, so welcome to a relaxing yoga. While in Iceland, it's very windy outside today. Therefore, I am going to do this practice indoors. And I hope that you will join me. It will probably be about 30 minutes. I'm going to put some music on even to help create a nice ambiance, yeah, however you say that. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Shuffle. Okay. All right. So, yoga music is going. I am here, you're here. I have no props, really. So, I'm just going to make do, and I will explain like what kind of prompts you might want to use, just to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so wherever you are, let's just start in a seated position. And if it helps to prop your sits bones on a blanket or on a pillow, then please grab that. And you just kind of, when you're propped up like that, it tilts the pelvis forward and just makes it a little bit more comfortable, as opposed to sitting on a hard surface. Okay, all right, so sitting up tall, closing your eyes, and just kind of bringing your hands out to your knees, allowing the palms to face upward as we receive the energy from Source. And if you have a special intention that you want to set for yourself or for your practice, then now is a good time to do that. For me, my intention today, I'll share it because you might have the same type of intention, but mine is to just be in the moment. I've been very openly mindful of things that are coming, things that I am supposed to be doing, and also thinking about the things that have happened in the past and how it reflects with what's happening now, instead of being in the moment, like right here, right now. So my intention today is to be right here in this moment, not outside, not at my next mission, but right here. So I'm glad you're joining me as we do this. Let's start by just telling our mind that whatever thoughts, feelings, and emotions that want to creep in or pop up, that we're giving them permission to just be set outside the door for now, that we're happy to retrieve them later when we're done with this practice. And the mind usually is receptive to that intention and will give you permission to let go of them for now. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose or mouth. On your next inhale, feel your body stand up a little bit taller with the shoulders pulling back and down. And when you exhale, just imagine that any thoughts, feelings, emotions that you can feel through the shoulders actually draws down the body and out through your tailbone. And we'll do that a few more times, just bringing that visualization in, being nice and tall through the spine, and the exhale, we're releasing emotions, things that we feel down the spine and out through the tailbone. As we pull energy in from source and up from the planet, it's a give and take. It's energy that we pull in and then we give out, and it's just a very natural process that happens. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Don't feel like you don't know what you're doing. It's just a matter of breathing and just keeping an intention that there is this give and take of energy, and that you are sitting in a moment of reflection so that this process can actually take place. And then your higher self, your angels and guides, they're here. They'll help you. They'll help you through that. Okay. All right, so the first thing I want to do with you guys is just a little bit of movement through the spine. So we're going to place the hands on the knees, and you're going to inhale and pull your chest up and your shoulders back. And then exhale, and you're going to round the back. You're pulling the belly in, and this is concaving your chest. And then inhale, come back up, and go at your own pace. Just whatever the flow is of your own natural breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. 2 more times. In and out. In and out. Now we're going to circle the spine. So you're going to go from one knee to the other, and then you're going to come around the backside. Try to sync your breath in with the movement, breathing in around the front and breathing out around the back. Now we're going to go the other way. So when you come back up to center, you're going to reset, and you're going to start from the opposite side and come back around. Good. And just, again, sync your breath up. You're breathing in around the front and breathing out around the back. When you sync up your breath with your movement, what happens is it helps you to keep them similar. So if you're inhaling, you're inhaling, 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 exhaling, 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 exhaling. So in other words, they sync better as opposed to one being short and one being long, or vice versa. All right, let's just go around one more time. And then we'll come back up to center. And let's do some lateral stretching for the spine here. So place one of your hands on the floor beside you. It's going to be like a kickstand. And inhale the other arm up and over. Now try to keep your shoulders square to me. Your head, you can either look down, you can look forward, or you can look up. Or maybe you want to do all three. It really just depends on what feels best for your neck today. I'm sure, for me, I'm tight. I haven't been stretching as much, as long. I stretch every day, but not long periods of time. And I can feel the tightness laterally through my side body. So I just, take it easy. If you feel the same way, just take it easy. Don't overstretch. If you start to feel pain, then back off. We never want to feel pain. A little stretching or discomfort is normal, but not pain. All right, inhale, come back up. Exhale, the other arm drops, and we lean the other way. Make sure that both of your sits bones are on the ground. If you start to teeter-totter over to one side, then plant and root that sits bone down, and then just feel the extension as though it's coming out through your fingertips. Same thing on this side, whatever you want to do with your head. I kind of like to tilt my head in all three directions just to see what actually feels best and what feels worse. And then sometimes what feels worse, as long as it's not pain, I may allow it to just kind of just tempt it to go in that direction to see how it responds. Oh, if you get any numbing sensations or tingling in your arms or your hands or your fingers, then you've got some nerves that are either being pushed on improperly or some swelling in the muscles around the nerves. And if that's the case, then you just want to bring your arm down. You know, some of you can always bring your arm behind your back because you're still getting the lateral flexion in the spine without the arm being up in the air. So don't worry about if you're having to modify and make some changes based off of how your body's feeling today. Okay? Always listen to what your body feels today. Let's inhale, come back up. Let's bring both arms up this time. And then exhale, bring them behind your back. Push them down into the floor and lift up. And then drop your head back. Opening up through the heart center, opening up the chest here, the sternum, and the throat. Inhale, come back up to center. Okay, we're going to start with a half butterfly. So we're going to take one leg out. Again, if you're on a blanket to prop up your pelvis, that's fine. If you start to feel any type of pulling here under the knee, behind the knee, then you want to have a bend to the knee to take the pressure off the back side, those muscles that are running down, those hamstrings that are running down. Also, you can roll up a blanket or a pillow and prop it underneath the knee and have even more support. This leg that's in, what we've got here is a external rotation of the hip. And if you have any pain in this knee, then you can slide your foot further away from your groin area to try to take a little bit of the pressure out of the knee as well. You can even prop it up underneath a pillow or a block if that's helpful. I'm feeling really tight. So this is about my limit. If you would like, while we're in this pose, you can do some other options for your spine if you'd like to. You can either lean toward the leg, you could lean forward toward the floor, or you could do another one of the side stretches to the side. So I'm going to leave that up to you, whether you want to stretch to the side, whether you want to stretch forward, or if you want to stretch and face the leg. Maybe you want to do all three. So we'll be here for another minute. Just remember that while we're holding the poses, you don't want to feel pain. If you do, modify, back off, change a little bit. When you do find your level of comfort, when you've gotten to the place where you can relax the muscles around the joints, then you should just close your eyes and let yourself just be in the moment as you're paying attention to the sensations that your body's giving you. And just breathe through them. Sometimes, like, I'm feeling tightness through here. And so what I'm trying to do is direct my breath into that tightness and just ask it to relax. Ask it to become a little bit more relaxed and more comfortable. Probably from all the hiking. All right, 2 more breaths, you guys. When you come up out of the pose, depending on what direction you were in, just engage your core to support your spine and inhale to come up. We're going to shift sides. So we'll bring the other leg in and the other leg out. All right. Oh, this one's even tighter for me. Oh my goodness. Okay, again, if you have pain in the knee, bend the leg a little bit or put a prop underneath it in order to give it, bring it up higher up off the floor and give it some release through the back of your leg. If you have any pain in this knee, maybe bring your foot forward or put a prop underneath it in order to help with that as well. Okay, whatever you did on one side, try to do the same thing on the other to create symmetry in the body, but if your body is not okay today with doing the exact same thing, that's okay. If you were doing a side stretch, see what that feels like to do the side stretch. Maybe you got to breathe into it a little bit more. If you're leaning forward, or if you were facing the leg. I am so tight. Oh. So yeah, wherever you want to be. And we'll just take a few minutes to breathe here. Forgive your body, forgive. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's okay. I forgive myself. I forgive my body that I haven't been doing longer moments of yoga and stretching with all this hiking that I've been doing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've got my selenite here for clearing. I've got my tourmaline here for grounding. Those are my motivators. Those are my anchors for my class today. I love crystals. Crystals help so much with the energy around you and even altering the energy within you. Huge. Good, we have one more minute. Sometimes the longer you hold the pose, your body, the muscles start to relax, for you, and you find that your range of motion increases. And you just breathe through that as you continue to go a little bit deeper. All right. Last 2 breaths. Inhale and come back up. All right, move slowly as you come out of it. We're going to straighten both legs and then give them a shake. I like to kind of tap them out too, stimulating the meridian lines just by some gentle love and pounding on the muscles. Okay. Now we're going to go into deer. So deer is an internal and an external rotation of the hips at the same exact time. So we're going to go back to the other leg that was bent the first time, and then we're going to take the other leg back behind us. Now, internal rotation is the foot that's back. External rotation is the foot that's forward. If the knees hurt, slide the feet further further apart, okay? If you have tight hips, then you're going to want to pull in the feet as close to you as possible. It's going to take the pressure out of the hip joints a little bit more. Some of you too will find that when your hips are tight, you're going to want to lean over because you're going to feel that pressure in the hip or in the glute, and you're going to want to lean over. So if you do, grab a pillow, grab a bolster, and just kind of lean down away from that internally rotated hip and let yourself rest here. This is such a powerful pose in helping our hips because of the internal and external rotation. It can be, in my opinion, one of the most extreme yin poses that we have out there, but it's also one of the most beneficial ones. So again, pull your feet a little bit further from your body if you want to intensify the stretch in the hips, if you want to take more of the pressure out of the knees. Sitting up is fine. Lying over to one side is also fine. So where is your body at today? What is going to bring it into a place where you can kind of surrender and just breathe? Let your ears receive the sound of the music in order to take you out of any sensations or thoughts that have nothing to do with this practice. Thirty more seconds. Inhale if you're laying forward and come back up. And again, very slowly moving out of the pose, we're going to straighten both legs. We're going to pull them back forward and then give them a shake out. And then we'll go to the other side. So we'll pull one foot in and one foot back. Usually there is a big difference for most of us between sides. My left hip is my tight hip, so I really needed to lean forward to get out of the compression of that joint. This one I can stay sitting up because my right hip is not as tight. Again, feet super close to your body if you're having pain in the hips or glutes. If you have no pain in the hips and you want to pull the feet a little bit further away from the body like this, you're more than welcome to do that. And then remember that you have options if the hips are tight, that you can, lean forward, lean to the side. Usually to the side is where you find most of the release or pressure out of the joint in this particular pose. So we'll be here for a couple minutes. Check in with your thoughts again. Where are they at? Where are they going? Can you bring them back into your body? Paying attention to the sensations. Is there anything that you need to alter, to modify or change? Once you get to a place where you're able to relax, then surrender. Letting go of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and just being in the moment of the pose. And to be in the moment of the pose, just breathe. feel yourself breathing. And draw that breath into the places of the body that you sense the most. Do that with love, with gratitude, with forgiveness, with joy. All right, let's take 3 more breaths. And then engage your core. Inhale, push yourself back up if you were lying down. And then again, moving slowly as we bring the legs back out straight. Give them a little shake. If you want to do some tapping, do some tapping. Okay. All right. The last pose that we're going to do is actually Sphinx Pose. Because I want to be able to soften through the front part of the thighs. So you're going to push up and then lay down on your tummy. And you'll probably feel a lot of the front hip flexors relax. Separate your feet about mat width. And then the idea in Sphinx is to soften through the front part of the body. So I like to rock my hips side to side. It just allows them to almost melt and relax into the floor. I tap my feet a little bit too to just kind of expend any stagnant energy that's now being pushed out through my feet. Nice. Okay. And then you have options in a Sphinx pose. You can actually take it all the way down to I think this is a crocodile pose where you're just fully lying forward and down and just keep rocking your hips side to side. Sphinx has the elbows directly under the shoulder, okay, because that's a support system, and having the joints stacked makes it safer, okay. And then with the elbows under the shoulder, then you can place the hands flat on the floor. You want to draw your shoulders up, around, and back, and then let your neck be neutral, okay. Don't squeeze your bottom here. This is a stretch of the spine. As it elongates the front part of the spine, it's compressing the back part, and you don't need to protect it so that we can actually work into the joints of the vertebrae. So don't squeeze your bottom when you're doing this pose for yin, okay? All right, another option for some of you is if you want a deeper stretch, front flexion of the vertebrae, then you can plant your hands into the floor and push up. So this is going to arc the front of the spine even more, okay? Again, pull the shoulders down, chest through, don't squeeze the bottom, tap your feet a little bit if you want to make sure that you're not contracting in the low body. Okay, so this is seal, this is Sphinx, and then I think this is crocodile. So where does your body feel best today? Where are you getting the most out of this pose? And then once you get there, breathe. Let's see, one more minute. Feel your breath. Talk to your body lovingly. Good. One more deep breath in. Nice exhale. Okay. All right. That's going to be all the stretching for today. So we're going to go into Shavasana. So Shavasana can be done lying on your back. It could be staying just like this if you want to. If you'd like to do a child's pose, you can push up. Bring the knees and feet together. And lay in child's pose. Lots of different options. If you want to put your legs up the wall, don't hesitate to do that either. Go on your back, find a wall, go on your back and bring your legs up in the air. So I'm going to let you do your Shavasana however you want to, and I'm just going to walk you through just a short guided. I will say that if you have your crystals nearby, if you want to hold them during your Shavasana, if you have any essential oils, this would be a good time to grab that, maybe put a dab on your shirt or on your wrist, or just smell it. Just breathing in the essential oil is the quickest way to get it into your system. I have some Young Living ylang. It's amazing. I use it almost every day. I love this one. And I usually just breathe it in. I breathe it in for like 4 breaths. At night, I might put a dab on the front of my shirt before I go to bed. Okay. All right, so finding your way into your Shavasana, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And then close your eyes. Feel your weight of your body against the floor. Allow yourself for a moment to feel heavy. So when you bring your awareness into parts of the body that are touching the floor, maybe you're feeling the back of your head. If you're in child's pose, it might be the front of the head. Feeling the spine. Feeling your hands and your heels. And as you bring your awareness into these parts of the body and their connection to the floor, we anchor them in and ground them through a sensation of heaviness. This is a nice way to connect with Mother Earth, to Gaia. letting her know that we are in full support of our mission here on this planet, as we are dedicated as human beings to being right here, right now, and that we acknowledge that by sensing our ability to be weighted into this planet. And just breathe with that for a few moments. Maybe this feeling is going through the entire body now, that from head to toe, you can feel a sensation of heaviness, a sensation that you are connecting with the earth, and breathing in and breathing out. Go it a few more times, breathing in and out. I'd like you now to imagine the opposite of feeling heavy. Now imagine feeling light. If it helps to imagine a feather floating in midair, or if it helps to imagine the clouds floating by in the sky, whatever image creates the sensation, that's what you're going for. So find the image that works for you, that creates softness, lightness, weightless, and then attach that to your body. All of those parts of the body that we're just feeling grounded, we want to imagine them now floating up. And as we do this, what we're doing is we're opening ourselves up. We're opening up our consciousness now to everything that is beyond this physical world. Opening it up to surrender to the love, the guidance, and the encouragement that comes from our angels and guides, other galactic beings that are here on this planet to help us, from the universe, from the stars. And we feel weightless. We can connect by feeling nothing physical, but instead mental. A mental consciousness of surrendering, floating, feeling light. The whole body, bringing it not just in just to certain joints, but the whole body feeling light and floating. The whole body, breathing it in and breathing it out. Maybe imagining that you could fly. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Good, a couple more times. Light, floating, weightless, pure. Remind yourself now of the intention that you had for your practice, and give yourself a moment to connect again with that intention. Honoring yourself for this time that you devoted into self-care for your mind, your body, and your soul. This time, so precious, so expansive, healing, nurturing. Start to feel your fingers and your toes again. Begin to slowly wiggle them, waking them up. Bring the awareness back into your eyes, into your eyelids, into your eyelashes. Begin to breathe back into the full expansion and the capacity of your lungs, feeling your belly rise and fall. rocking your head from side to side. If you'd like to lean over, roll over into a fetal position for a moment, just depending on where you are physically with your body right now. Just getting ready to come back up into a seated posture. And when you're ready, you'll push yourself back up. Find yourself sitting back onto your sits bones. Making your spine long and tall again. Inhale, bring your arms up. Let your palms meet. Exhale, down through the heart center. Maybe bowing your head, just acknowledging a namaste type of loving gesture to yourself, to the earth, to your home, wherever you are right now, to the air that we breathe. I thank you for taking your time, for being able to utilize this time, not only for yourself, but with me. Thanks for letting me guide you. And I wish everybody a beautiful day. Namaste. Peace, everybody. Okay, so that was about 41 minutes, 42. It goes so fast. I don't know if I'm even possible of doing a 30-minute class. I don't know. I'll try. We'll see how things go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, do it as much as you want. It's going to be active all the time. So have a great day. Bye.